Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Starseeker Tarot. My name is Nia and today's video is a very straightforward message from your guides about that one thing that they really need you to understand now. It's going to help you out with whatever you are currently dealing with. As you can see, I have these three beautiful groups to choose from. For group number one, we have card 36 with this mystical looking being on it. Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. And with it, we have a white feather that looks just like the feather that is stuck in her hair here. And then for group number two, we have card 40. I love these cosmic vibes here. I don't know if you can tell, but in the center you have some kind of crystal light palace. It says, be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. There's also a lady sitting here at the bottom right corner, looking up to the night sky, and with it we have a moon phase tangerine point. And then for group number three, we have card 12, a gorgeous butterfly fairy being and many butterflies on it. Have faith, trust your faith in this situation. And with it we have a green, actually two green butterfly charms. So all you need to do now, as always, is to focus your attention on today's topic. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, pause the video if you have to, and when you think you're ready, just see which one or which ones, because you can choose several of these three groups, calls your attention the most. Do not overthink it, let your intuition decide, and then you can have a look in the description box down below where you find the timestamps for each individual group, so I'll see you there. Welcome to your reading, group number one, everyone who resonated with card 36. Turn on your heart light, reflect on a time when you experienced love, and this beautiful white feather. So this reading here is about that one thing your guides want you to understand now. It's going to help you out with whatever you are dealing with right now. It's a very straightforward message, okay? So join in on my grounding and cleansing breath if you like. And let's go. So the art on these cards is so gorgeous. It's the Whispers of Love Oracle. Thank you, Rianne, for sending it. I hear song, spirit song, and I'll be using a very specific tarot deck in a minute, but there is something about voices you hear or voices that your soul hears. And this one thing that your spirit team needs you to understand right now, it's probably them whispering it to you, or maybe shouting it at you or singing it to you. I really hear voices that are calling you, and you can feel it in your heart. This beautiful mystical being, she is kind of touching her heart space, and we have pink and green here, so these colors are the colors of the heart chakra. And she has, interestingly, a bird's wing on her ear. So Mercury comes to mind, not just the planet, but the messenger, the divine messenger. Yeah, this is a divine message. And I don't know who your guide is that is coming through, but you know it. You know who it is, because you have been in communication with them, and it's very likely that they have been sending you feathers or angel numbers or song lyrics or whatever your language is, your mutual language. So they have you under their wing. And I came up with this very beautiful idea that when it gets very dark around you, when you're really struggling and it gets darker, it's because your guardian angel takes you under her or his wing. So let that sink in. You're not lost in the shadows. You are sheltered by your guardian angel's wing, and they want you to understand that. And yeah, I don't feel like your heart's light is dim, because you have a very beautiful heart. I see you as someone who's very emotional, very intuitive, very empathetic. And you might have a connection with Ireland, maybe, or you live somewhere where it's really green, or you love nature. So you are just a natural sweetheart. But of course, we go through trials and tribulations and grief. But your guide wants you to know that your heart's light is still bright and shining, and whenever you feel it's not, that's a lie, you know. Just think back on some lovely experiences, and it will give you fuel. And if an experience that you think back upon makes you feel low or sad that it's gone, don't think about it. Really think about something that gives you energy. And here I see the tail of some bird. It's like a phoenix. So phoenix and swallows. Do you have a swallow tattoo? You know, the bird, the swallow? I see someone having Amy Winehouse. Okay. So you might still have a swallow tattoo, but I feel like she had one. Amy Winehouse, she was such a gifted artist. I love her so much. So that's a message for someone here. Yeah, oh my God. The song Valerie. Listen to that song. Is that your song? I don't know. But you are loved and you are guided. That's what 3 and 6 means. So if you see angel numbers 333 and or 666, it means that you are loved and protected and guided under your guardian angel's wing. All right. They're saying fly high and follow the song. Follow the song. Follow the signs. You already know. And did I mention that my friend Thel from Ireland sent me this feather? I see a swan here, so I don't know if this feather comes from a swan, but swans are so graceful and they glide upon the water so effortlessly, and when two swans meet and kiss, their necks form a heart. So I feel like your guide, whoever you are longing for in the spirit realms, they are right next to you here on the right hand side. This is you. And when your noses touch, when you kiss, or like, you know, when you come together, it forms a heart. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This is pure unconditional love. Yeah, I see so many birds, but let's just pull some more of these cards. Why did I start to sing? I love the back of this deck, by the way. This harp angel, harp music is so amazing. Orange is a sign for you. Tangerine. Maybe you should watch group number 2 as well. Orangey, I get that warm, fuzzy feeling. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments, 29. So I feel like whilst some of you might be holding on to disappointments from the past, I felt this kind of toxic nostalgia, and only take it if it resonates. It's a collective reading. So if something doesn't feel right, it will be for someone else, not for you. But, you know, when we miss someone, a past and loved one, for example, or, you know, a version of ourselves that, you know, is lost and gone, and we think back and we are in that lack energy. We think it was all better back then. We think, you know, if only I could go back in time. That hurts you a lot. Don't resist change. Change often hurts. But your soul knows this. And what you have been through is some kind of ego death, some kind of dark night of the soul. And you already know. You've probably heard me say this a million times to you if you've been following me on my channels. Or you've heard other people say it, or you're saying it to yourself. So your guides are urging you to move on from past resentment because it's sabotaging you. If you want to get your wings to fly and to move on to a truly better place, don't chain yourself to the past. I see you as kind of this beautiful bird creature, and you want to fly, and half of you is already flying and soaring, but the other half is chained to the ground, and it's so painful. So let go, and see these two hearts touching here. So if you are in separation from someone who you truly loved or love, your souls are always together. Your higher self and their higher self, you're always together in the higher realms. So this separation is only in the physical. And if there is unfinished business, which really makes it hard for the ego to let go of some kind of situation like that, trust and believe that we are powerful beings. We live infinite times. We are more than just this story, this one person, this one incarnation. You'll be given infinite chances to meet that person again, to do it better, to forgive each other, or to take it to the next level, to do absolutely anything that you feel like you missed out on. Stop dwelling on the past. Look forward. You need to do that because I'm seeing 11 as balance energy. You need to balance something out. And here an angel is playing violin. That might be a sign for you. And I see this staircase leading up to heaven, a staircase to heaven. So you definitely have a heavenly connection here. So your guide is probably your guardian angel speaking to you, or a passed on loved one, or maybe a nature spirit. Feel free to share with me if you like. 34, receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. I told you about the graceful swan, and I told you about, acceptance and finding peace. There is a green rose. I wonder if green roses have a meaning. They don't naturally exist, but I feel like this is your heart chakra unfolding. And if you've been having some health issues, mental or physical health issues, the spiritual root cause, I'm not giving medical advice, the spiritual root cause is a hurt heart chakra, and you are constantly probably hurting yourself without even realizing, because you still live in the past and you don't move forward. So embrace it. Know that regardless of how painful it was necessary. Regardless of how painful it is, it's necessary. And trust and believe. Even though your brain doesn't understand it, your soul thinks that all of these experiences are extremely valuable, or else you would not go through them, okay? I don't know if you've heard about the soul trap theory. I think it's absolute BS. There is so much BS that's being shared right now in New Age spirituality. There are a lot of false prophets, a lot of deceived people. This is not a prison planet, and now you don't get sent back to reincarnate by some malefic aliens who thrive upon our suffering. This is so stupid. No, your soul chooses this. Earth is boot camp for the soul, and many of us are awakening, and many of us are actually transitioning for good to the higher realms, and we won't have to come back to this platform of experience anymore, because Earth school is the hardest. There are other dimensions where it's much easier, where we are much less limited and blinded. So if you want to not incarnate anymore, but be in a much higher vibrational dimension when you start your next journey of experience, then you have to do this kind of thing, and you already know. And with this snowflake, there's some renewal coming in, because snow is always renewal. And I see an autumn leaf here. So embrace the seasons of the soul. Sometimes things need to end, and it's painful and it's sad. But that's what autumn is about. Some people love autumn, and after it comes winter, and winter is when new things start kind of brewing, where you don't really see, and then you have spring again. So peacock feathers might also be a sign for you. And by the way, you are guided and loved. You are guided and protected, right? It won't ever get worse than what you can handle. 2 and 5. Romance, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So this doesn't have to be romantic. It can be if you are in a situation where you are grieving, and that's really hard, the loss of a significant other, or, the separation. But remember, your higher selves are always together. And if you want to remain in these higher realms, you need to detach from ego and 3D heaviness. So all of you are kind of missing your other half. Some of you, you are missing your true home. Your soul remembers that you are not from Earth, that Earth is not where you are meant to be for good. You remember lives and experiences in dimensions where it felt so effortless, where there was no sense of separation, no sense of pain. Your soul knows, and that's why you're constantly homesick and you don't even realize. So trust and believe, this won't last forever here, but appreciate and value the lessons, embrace them. That's why you came here, and look forward to this love that's coming into your life if you do what you have been advised to do. And again, I'm not a huge fan of the twin flame label and how it's being considered and handled in especially tarot. It's very deceptive and toxic, but there is some truth to it. And your other half, your divine counterpart, will be coming through the more you move forward. And you might meet them here still in a 3D, if that's written in your life path, or you will meet them in the higher realms and you'll be starting to have 5D experiences. But yeah, this looks really cool. I love mermaids, really love them. So whatever is missing will be coming to find you, and if it's meant for you, you can't possibly miss out on it. Yeah, but that's new, okay? That's new, that kind of love and healing and sense of belonging. So I'll be getting my tarot cards to check in with that. If you claim these messages so far and are grateful, please give this reading a thumbs up. And please leave a comment. It helps other people like you find me. So if you don't know what to say, leave a feather emoji. And if you are new and would like to join our beautiful tribe, please subscribe and turn on the bell if you want to be notified when I post new content. So let's do the tarot. Knight of Acorns in the reverse. Oh my god, this reminds me of Pumbaa from The Lion King. So Hakuna Matata, all right? I feel like you are either very stubborn and tenacious, that's why you're still holding on, or you're about to give up after having to be very consistent and patient and extremely hardworking. But Hakuna Matata, action and drive. Something's coming in, and it's that new thing. I'm really intrigued. I mean, everyone knows The Lion King, but if you're not familiar, and it's gonna make me emotional probably, after losing his father in a very traumatic way, little Simba just escapes and thinks no one wants him, and he feels very isolated, and he's out in the desert where you can die, if you don't have enough water. And there is no water, but then out of nowhere, these two crazy little friends pop up. What's it called? Timon and Pumbaa, and they show him an oasis, and they sing together, and they nourish him back to life. Something's gonna nourish you back to life, and it might be new love and romance. It might be a next level with an already existing relationship, or some kind of other partner, platonic love, or you falling in love with yourself again, with the experiences that you will have. But Hakuna Matata, I feel like this is what your guides would sing to you right now. You should probably go and listen to that song after this reading. 8 of Crystals, dedication and progress. Are you a Taurus? You might be a Taurus. I have absolutely no Taurus energy in my astrology chart, by the way. I'm not very earthly, but I probably should. I know that this is not, well, it's a bull. So keep on going, but change your attitude and you will make huge progress. It's coming in. This is probably the Eight of Pentacles, but in combination with this Knight of Acorns, I'm kind of getting Eight of Wands energy. And again, the month of August is coming up. So it's a timeless reading. But, you know, August, something might happen for you there, or in 8 months, 8 weeks, or 8 days from now. Angel number 888. So I feel like one of the main lessons you signed up for in this lifetime, and do not identify with your incarnation, with your ego, with that one story. You're so much more than that. But one of the main things you signed up for, one of the main things you wanted to experience is a rebirth, is the awakening after a dark night of the soul, and is heartbreak and fixing your heart and finding love and light again, you know, after darkness and pain, and it's coming. And no one can defeat you, no one can stop you, so you're unstoppable. Like Sia, is that how you say that artist's name? S-I-A, Sia? The starfish. 8 of Shells, this is the 8 of Cups. That's exactly what I have just said. That was your quest for this lifetime, was renewal. After some abandonment, after some heartbreak. You know, in our romantic relationships, we often find childhood trauma being reflected, or, you know, repeated patterns in all relationships. There is a pattern of solitude, abandonment, loneliness, and loss. I don't know how it met you in this lifetime. It could also be about you having to abandon your home, or, you know, your sense of belonging isn't there. But you chose this in order to find it in a way that's on a much higher level. And a lot of it has to do with you awakening and identifying with your 5D consciousness. And without pain, it wouldn't be possible. If we all were so happy here in the 3D, no one would aspire to higher levels, okay? So your spirit guides are just confirming that for you. Watch out for hearts and stars. And trust and believe your soul is on a quest. So whenever you are suffering and you get defeated, imagine yourself as a video game character or as the main character of a fairy tale. You know, when you read those stories or watch movies, you know that the main character is a hero. See yourself as that hero and know that you will have this happy ending if you do what you have been advised to do. The moon, the owl, imagination, perception. So this is definitely your guide showing up here as the owl, very wise being. I'm seeing a dad with bushy eyebrows. So if that's your dad on the other side, if he had kind of bushy eyebrows and if he would make like weird, funny faces to make you smile, he's still doing that on the other side. But anyway, for all of you, they're showing you the swan again. Don't identify with the ugly duckling stage. You are going to evolve into a beautiful swan. Don't identify with the caterpillar or cocoon stage, because you're meant to become a butterfly. Watch group number 3 if you felt drawn to it. Don't think that it's nighttime forever, because the sun will come out again. It's all a matter of perspective, and you are being challenged to see things from your higher self's perspective, from your soul's perspective. Educate yourself about pre-birth plans, about not the afterlife. I think that's stupid. It's the life between incarnations or the other dimensions. Educate yourself about all that is so available to us right now. Watch near-death experiences on YouTube. Like, read. Ask your guides to give you information. It will come in and you are not lost and things will get much better. Your soul is on a quest. You are the hero of your story and you will find love and happiness again. And something about 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months to August. Okay? So this is your reading. I really hope it helped you. If you watched it all and you want to let me know, leave an owl emoji. If you want to send in some cards or crystals, I have an Amazon wishlist link in the description box down below. Thank you so much to my channel members and to all of my supporters. Sending each and every one of you many, many blessings, and until very soon, hopefully. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 2, everyone who resonated with card 40. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. You also felt drawn to this beautiful moon phase tangerine point. Now, this reading is about that one thing your guides want you to realize right now. They're telling me straight away, realize. It will be quite a straightforward message to help you out with an issue that you are dealing with right now. So join in on my grounding and cleansing breath if you like. And let's go. Only take what resonates. It's a collective reading. I am seeing and picking up on some darkness, and I don't know how that darkness manifests in your life. I'm not seeing it as very oppressive, as in you are able to handle it, you know where it comes from or how to overcome it, but you are just so curious about what lies beyond this realm here of suffering. I mean, Earth is not exclusively a platform for suffering, but we come here as souls to learn very harsh lessons often, and I feel like you have learned many harsh lessons. You signed up for that as a soul. You signed up for quite the experience, to be honest. So of course this won't resonate with everyone and translate it how it fits your situation, but I'm getting that you are such an old soul and you have lived enough lifetimes on planet Earth right now. What does that mean? If you are willing, you know, because there is free will, when you are done with this lifetime and you choose your next stage, your next level of experience, your next dimension, you don't have to come back here. You can if you want to, but I feel like you can already feel you are already so connected to the higher realms. That is why this woman here sitting at the bottom right corner is you. Now you might look different and you can be a man watching this, it's all about the energies, but this is you. This is you in your current form, in the current physical vessel that your soul choose, and you're looking up to the sky, you're looking up to the other realms, and I feel like you are so ready to graduate from Earth school. This does not mean that you will pass over now, it doesn't, but when your time comes to transition, you know, you have unlocked something bigger, in a sense that your consciousness has expanded so much because of what you have been through, and not just in this lifetime, in your past lives as well here on planet Earth. I see the Crystal Palace here in the center. I don't know if you can tell. I'm getting a psychic download about it. Also, there is pink and green light coming from it. So that's a connection with group number 1. If you felt drawn to it, watch it as well. There's something about the heart chakra. Those of you who have been through tremendous amounts of pain, and I'm kind of picking that up. I'm picking up on some trauma, on some karmic patterns that have been following you through past incarnations, some karmic lineage, some ancestral lineage stuff. I feel like when you are done here with your mission in this lifetime, you will go to the Crystal Palace first, you know, to the life between lives, where you will find profound healing. I have spoken about the crystal ponds and, you know, Angel Hospital. So I am sensing that some of you have just been through so much. You need a wellness break on a soul level, and you will be granted that. So you might already be in touch with angelic beings. They might already be showing themselves to you. I myself, I have been seeing angels in the clouds. I don't know what you have been seeing. Maybe it's white light or orbs, light codes. You might be someone who sees light codes, maybe in the pictures that you take. For others, it could be you just sensing high dimensional presences that are kind of similar to the angelic energies. But you know what's coming, and I'm kind of feeling a place after you have recovered in Angel Hospital where you will be some form of light being. By the way, there is a galactic reading coming up after this sometime. And group number 3, the Seraph, the Cosmic Seraph, keep that in mind because I feel like you will resonate with it. So you might become a Seraph, a light being who works with souls from other dimension and helps them realign their energies. Or you might be doing something completely different. I also see 2 kind of weird light orbs. So have you been watching phenomena in the night sky, and have you seen kind of 2 things? It looks like dragged out orbs, like shooting stars, but moving really slowly, like a galactic jellyfish. Is that you? All of you are seeing things. You are seeing things from your future. And that being said, time and space do not really exist the way they do here on planet Earth in 3D density and reality. This is not your future, it's a parallel dimension. In reality, your past is not somewhere far away from you. It's actually happening all at the same time. And you are waking up to that. And as you are awakening to the fact that you have parallel lives available to you, parallel energies, you are kind of having overlapping experiences. So if you've been having deja vus, that's a time glitch. A deja vu is you becoming aware of the fact that time is not linear in reality. Or if you see things that just aren't logical here, it's you are already morphing into that being that you are meant to be and that you have always been at the same time. This is very trippy. If that's not your kind of thing, maybe choose a different pile. So your dreams will be quite crucial for some of you, especially if you've been working on lucid dreaming or astral travel. By the way, you probably also have these kind of dreamlike experiences during daytime. You are maybe someone who has their head in the clouds, and that's a good thing. Be very mindful about what you see and what you feel when you zone out during daytime. When you listen to music, or maybe some of you just sit down under your favorite tree out in nature and you look up to the leaves, or you look up into the clouds. I don't know what you do, but you will be receiving psychic downloads there about where you are headed with your consciousness. Your soul is already there. So this looks really, really cool. Also, I'm again getting confirmation about Mount Shasta. I do have a reading where I covered Mount Shasta. I'll link it in the description box down below. I believe it's group number 2 in a galactic guide reading. Pyramids, but these are not Egyptian pyramids that I'm seeing. This is talking about the Aztec kingdom. Maybe you have a connection to ancient Native American cultures, but so much. There's something about planet Mars. Maybe you are headed to planet Mars. And I see so many light beings and things about light codes and angel number 444 as well as 404. If you're watching this reading at 404, that would be so trippy. Let me know what time you're watching this reading, because time codes are real as well. So very cool. And this to me looks like a rocket. It really does. And with it being orange, it feels very warm. They're showing me orange. So yeah, planet Mars or planet Venus, you might have a connection to these 2 planets. Some of you, not everyone. but it feels very warm and very exciting, but not in an overwhelming sense. But these energies are gaining momentum, and no, you are not crazy. You are just literally transitioning and shifting. I also have readings about that. I'll link down below. I feel like you are in the midst of shifting timelines, of shifting, you know, your consciousness. You're becoming more aware of the reality. Okay, so I really, really love this. Let's get some more cards. This is the Whispers of Love Oracle, which I really love. Thank you, Rianne, for sending it. The back of the deck really speaks to me so much, and it goes so well with your little rocket here. This is you. You're already flying. I see you flying. I have one viewer here, Hannah. She's commented this, so it's fine to talk about it, I suppose. She's taking ketamine and she has some experiences. Ketamine is apparently meant to ground you, but I have heard that people have out-of-body experiences with it, or very kind of ethereal experiences. So some of you are having that without taking any substances, or if you are, I hope they're legal and that a professional is with you when you do that. But this is you. You are floating in the sky, in the cosmos. I love this. This is so you. So you are starting to realize that you are not human. And in fact, we all are not human just for a short while. Just, you know, this human physical vessel is not who we are, and you are awakening to that. And you're on your way. Slow down, pause and allow things to unfold. It's interesting that we have a couple dancing and they look so much like the last oracle card I drew in group number 1. A purple spider web. So you are detangling yourself from the confusions of the 3D spider web. So you are coming out of that, and this time of transition might feel quite overwhelming, but you can do it. And I see a face on this fishtail here, green fish, blue hair, labyrinth, she's dreaming. So this is you. Angel number 999 might be relevant for you, as well as the 9 of Pentacles. So I'm seeing abundance and confidence and you awakening to your full and true identity, and that's going to give you such a boost of energy. But that's all happening in a non-physical way. So for some of you, you might find yourselves in a situation where there is a huge gap or a huge contrast between your 3D physical state of being and your mental and your spiritual state of being. And that's just a sign that you are moving on from the boot camp for the soul that is Earth School. So the physical body can give us a lot of pleasure and good experiences, but it can also be very limiting, very dense, very heavy. It can feel like a flesh prison. Once the soul exits the body, and there are many ways you can safely exercise that, look it up online, you are in tune with the full potential that is available to the soul, and you will have that. But in the time being, you might find yourselves a little bit exhausted or, just drained. I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical health advice here. I'm only talking about the spiritual side. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm getting a download. I'm seeing something about the violet flame. So who is this? Saint Germain, Ascended Master Saint Germain. Also have a reading about him. I'll link it in the description box down below because some of you might have a connection. And then I'm seeing the Sleeping Beauty castle here. I don't know what that means, but yeah, this could be you just slumbering away like Sleeping Beauty, and you will be awakened maybe by the kiss of true love or by the kiss of true reality. So 13, yes. Miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. Number 13 can be a lucky number depending on how you look at it. Same thing with 666. So 13 is about the cycle of death and rebirth. And this is speaking about the cycle of your soul. The soul goes through cycles as well. And if you're feeling it, and if you are okay with it and claiming it, you are done with the Earth School cycles. And you have been receiving signs about it and validation and confirmation. So you are ready to just break free and, explore other dimensions. And it doesn't come easy, though. In order to maybe be okay and be at peace with saying goodbye to Earth forever, you have had quite a tedious lifetime in this incarnation. I don't know what you're going through, but some miracle blessing is coming. And, a gift with losing power and control and joy in the 3D, a gift that comes with that is receiving knowledge and finding connection to the 4 and 5D. So shift your focus and it will really help. I'm seeing a ship, so transitioning for sure. I hope I'll remember to link all the readings in the description box. Please remind me if I forget. Back to what you love. Number 3, reevaluate your desires. So back to who you really are, I'd say, look at this being. This is you. She's going home. And you see this portal and you see what lies ahead is paradise. And then you see this very friendly kind of divine feminine goddess face, a rainbow sun smiling at her in the distance. So your soul knows that you are done here and you have become the butterfly. You definitely have. Your soul is already the butterfly and your body feels like the cocoon that you'll be shedding. Again, this does not mean that you will pass away. Time and space do not exist. You will stay here as long as you need to. No one exits this reality if it's not their time. I don't know what's written in your life path, so please translate it to how it fits your situation. But your soul is longing so much for a place of unconditional love and unlimited potential. And how some people who have NDEs, when they get to the other side and speak to beings, they beg them to be able to stay there, to be allowed to stay there, and they send them back. And they're often shattered about it. It's like once your time comes, you'll be allowed to stay and to then, if you want, move on to a dimension that feels very similar. So watch out for pigeons. I'm getting pigeons are a sign for some of you. I mean, they are divine messengers, rainbows and butterflies, and definitely light phenomena in the sky. Also, rainbow kind of prism effects in the clouds during daytime, or maybe, the northern lights. I don't know. Feel free to share. Let's get the tarot cards out next. But if you claim this reading and are grateful for it, please give it a thumbs up and please leave a comment. It helps other people like you find me. So if you don't know what to say, leave some kind of planet emoji or a star emoji. And if you are new and would like to join our lovely tribe, please subscribe and turn on the bell if you want to be notified when I post new content. This is the Unveiling the Golden Age Tarot. I love it. I love it very much. Very 5D-ish. So what do you need to know? Know that your soul is smiling. Your guides want to let you know that your soul is smiling. And this card wants to be seen as well. So your soul is smiling. If your physical body isn't smiling, that's not your soul. Your soul is already in bliss. 18, New Earth Transition, the Moon. I pulled the Moon card in group number 1 as well. New Earth Transition. So many people are going through what you are going through right now, and pain is the major catalyst for that. I explained to you why. but you will be starting a new cycle. So after this, for you, it's not just an ego death, it's you graduating from Earth School. You'll be traveling to some kind of new Earth. And I've had some mediums talk about how there is, you know, another planet that is very similar to Mother Gaia, almost the same, where many souls will be headed to. Once it gets too crazy here. Nikki Allen, she's been talking about that a lot. Let me know if you've heard of the idea and if you agree, I don't know. But I just know that this is a blessed transition and this is confirmation about something you already know. So this should not confuse you. This should not shock you. This should be nothing new to you. This should be, you know, validating what you have already been feeling. Oh my God, I need to cover up. I was not ready for that. Hang on. I forgot that some of these cards are quite explicit. Need to edit that out, but it's a very beautiful card nonetheless. So I love this winged feline spirit animal. 14, as above, so below, temperance. You have two major arcana cards, and this is exactly what I described with the Angel Hospital, the Crystal Palace. You'll get some, you know, rehab or spa therapy, or, you know, just some healing for the soul, because it's been very tough on you, your incarnation cycles on planet Earth. So you'll be recovering there. And you might have been working with some spirit animals. Again, I'm getting Lionsgate portal energy. I feel like something huge is going to happen on the 8th of August 2025. So I'll be posting a reading then. But the reading is timeless. So whenever you find it, it will resonate. Maybe think back on what happened there. Yeah, just healing. Now let me cover up her private parts. Okay. There you go. What else? And there is something about, you know, some of you feel like your body is crumbling, so please seek a health professional's advice. But, you know, spiritually, it means that, you know, this might be the last time you are here in the 3D. But you might receive a healing miracle in this incarnation once you understand where all of these symptoms come from. So you don't have to be afraid that the rest of your existence will be, you know, incredibly painful and that you'll just be fading away. I feel like once you shift your focus and you realize that this is possibly your last lifetime here, you'll appreciate it more, and that will give you more energy, and you might have a healing miracle. I hope that happens for everyone watching who needs it, myself included. I'm going to be checking out the card first. Yes. Oh, I love her. The Muse, another major arcana card. This is the fresh new start. This is the Fool card. Tickled by the free spirit. Yes. You are meant to be a free spirit, and on planet Earth, we are not really free. I mean, we chose this as a soul, but we are so limited, we are so blinded, and many people say how it's so unfair that most of us can't remember what's in our pre-birth contract, that we don't remember where we come from, but we do agree to this spiritual amnesia because our experience would not be the same if we knew everything. But yeah, you're kind of done with that. And I so agree. I'm done with that also. And you'll be this amazing, magical, free being for good, because you're graduating and you'll be starting something new. It's like when you are graduating school, you're gonna choose a career or a different life path. Already think about that, dream about that. What would you like to be when you are done, when you are earth free? What would you like to be? Would you like to become some cosmic spirit? What dimension would you like to be in? And you've already been receiving signs about that. So feel free to share. I love this card. I really, really do. One last message, please. Now, there's something about a light on your navel chakra, the very center of your stomach. I don't know, do you feel tingling there, like a tingling sensation? I feel like you have an energy point there. Or maybe you should try acupressure on yourself with a crystal. look up some energy points. This, you will get what it is if that's meant for you, this message. Because I see that acupressure, like massaging, stimulating some energy points in your body, quite possibly the navel chakra. Or maybe this is just talking about your rebirth here, because, you know, the womb, the cosmic womb, something about that. Your last card. It's safe. 72. Garden, 9 of Earth, Guardians. I told you, the 9 of Pentacles. Here she is. Okay, so this is you being so beautiful, being reborn, being so abundant. And this abundance and this confidence comes from you being who you are truly meant to be, with your full potential available. You know, living out your true capacity. We are capable of so much more than what we do here as earth beings, and everything is possible when you are headed there. And here it says everything is possible. So look forward to where you're headed. Know that you are already there, because it is a parallel existence and you have been seeing stuff from there, and you're going to fully merge into it. And you are shifting into a reality where your body will probably be some kind of light body. You know, the soul does need a vessel if you go to different dimension, and it could very well be that it's some kind of delicate, almost like silky, iridescent light body. I don't know, but that will depend on each and every one. Personally, this looks like paradise to me. And purple, the color purple is very relevant, and possibly red roses as well. So this is your reading. It was really trippy, but I enjoyed it. I resonated with it myself. If you watched it or and you want to let me know, leave a cosmic fairy emoji. If you want to send in some cards or crystals, I have an Amazon wishlist link in the description box down below. Thank you so much to my channel members and to all of my supporters. Sending each and every one of you many, many blessings, and until very soon, hopefully. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 3, everyone who resonated with card 12, have faith, trust your faith in a situation, and the 2 beautiful green butterflies. So this reading is about a very straightforward message from your guides about something they want you to focus your attention on. It's that one thing you need to hear the most right now in order to help you out with whatever you are dealing with currently. So join in on my grounding and cleansing breath if you like. Wow, and I felt super relaxed right now, and that energy is coming from you, but you might not really perceive it as relaxation. Some of you might, so please only take what resonates in this reading. It's for the collective. If you hear something that doesn't, it will be for someone else. So some of you are super chill. You go with the flow, you allow for things to unfold, you trust your guides, and as a result, you are super calm. Or maybe you are actively working on that by doing meditation or just grounding exercises, praying, whatever you are doing, spending time in nature. And the rest of you might perceive this as a standstill and as some stagnation. This sense of feeling stuck. And with the number 12 here, that's the Hanged Man in the Major Arcana. So you're all stuck in a way, but it's a positive kind of stuck, whether you understand this with your brain or not. But your guides are telling you things are being put on hold for you for a reason, or maybe you are forced at the minute to focus your attention on something that otherwise you wouldn't if you were able to, I don't know, do what you want to do. If you were not stuck, you wouldn't dedicate your time and energy to this one thing. And once you do understand it and clear it, I'm hearing clear it, you will be able to move forward, but in a much more empowered way. So this is about turning the lights on. I see your head is like a light bulb, and the lights are out and your guides want to turn them on, like flip the switch, turn the lights on, all right? And have faith. So I am sensing that you all have faith, or else you wouldn't be here anymore. I don't really feel like anyone has lost their faith. If that's you, then hopefully you're going to get the guidance you need to reestablish that faith. But you do have faith deep down. You have that inner knowing that everything happens for a reason, that everything is going to be okay. And that's what your guides want you to know. Everything's going to be okay. And whilst your body and things in your life that make you feel limited and stuck and frustrated, why they are in this hangman energy, your soul is free, and I feel like your mind is free. So congratulations if you have actually surrendered your frustrations and burdens and fears and worries to an extent that you are like, whatever, I have the power to react in a way that it doesn't damage my peace, my soul's peace. I hope you know what I mean. You are very wise, mature souls. If that's not your energy, then maybe pick a different reading, because I feel like I'm talking to wise old souls here, hermit energy for sure. So you have just decided to let go and let God, as in the divine. And you are on the right path here. If recently you have given up on fighting against giants, I feel like that's a saying somewhere, you know, where you try so hard to get control over something that is so overwhelmingly bigger than you. I feel like you have just said, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, throw in the towel, but not in a defeated way, in a way that you elevate yourself above these 3D issues. I really hope that makes sense, because you, with that decision to just let it be, let it happen, to just surrender, what you have done is you have given yourself wings. And all of these beautiful butterflies, they are your spirit team, they are your ancestors, past and loved ones, soulmates from different dimensions, your angels. They have helped you get there. But you have taken this active step to kind of say, okay, I'm going to jump into the unknown. But you're not falling, you're flying. So have faith that it's all going to be fixed and sorted. That is the energy here. I see white mushrooms. So do mushrooms, is that a sign for you? What kind of white mushrooms are there? I feel like that's a very specific sign. And look, it's already, the sun is already coming up. Or is it rising? It depends, like, is it, you know, is it going down or is it going up? It depends on your perspective. There's so much more I need to say. But this beautiful charm, thank you, Hannah, for sending these butterfly charms. You'll see them more often in my readings. Look, this small butterfly is you, and this big one is a spirit being that loves you very much and a being that has you under their wing. If you felt drawn to group number 1, watch that reading as well, because you have someone in the spirit realms who loves you so much, and they are the pull factor, I believe. Whether you understand this or not, this spirit being has pulled you towards the right decisions and pulled you into the right energy field and into the right state of mind. And they are quite powerful. I'm getting Archangel Raphael energy for those of you who work with him. A very healing energy, almost like, you know, a heavenly medical angel or something. But it could be any other being, okay? But they are very strong, and they're going to make sure that you don't fall. And look, you are connected. It's like this cord. I'm getting mother-child energy as well, so maybe this is a mother figure in the spirit realms. You are connected to them, and they're going to bring you somewhere to safety. They're going to bring you there. Of course, in your 3D reality, it's going to be you walking there or someone else bringing you somewhere, like things moving. But spiritually, this being is bringing you to a safer and better place, and we'll be finding out what that is. And you know what I'm seeing? They're showing me this picture this image of you being airlifted. And I don't know if you are familiar with the Hanged Man. If not, look it up in the Major Arcana. He's hanging like upside down, and I feel like that's you, but you're not stuck. You're actually being brought somewhere safe. So if it feels like you're stuck, you're not stuck. You're moving spiritually and energetically, and it's going to manifest. And all you need to do is just to have faith and to trust and to surrender. But I feel like you have already been doing that. And there's a lot about color coming back into your life because you are recovering from, I'm getting many different things. So translate it to how it fits your situation. Maybe substance abuse. Maybe you are, going through rehab, recovering from some self-harming things that you might be doing, recovering from grief, abuse, I don't know, but some heaviness. And I hope that for many of you it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it's something minor-ish, like surgery, like you are just recovering, all right? Just because you don't see results in the 3D doesn't mean that there aren't already results in the energetic and spiritual fields, because they are there, absolutely. So let's pull some more of these beautiful Whispers of Love Oracle cards. Thank you so much, Rianne, for sending me those. They are truly gorgeous. And I get so many messages often from the back of the deck, and the mist, the fog is clearing. So clearing. The Hanged Man is a very positive card, depending on how you see it. It can feel frustrating, but if you focus on what truly matters, which is the spiritual side, then this card shows you that things are being cleared, especially in your mind and in your soul. So something's being cleared, and you might take that, literally in your situation if it resonates, that something in your body, something toxic is being cleared, has been cleared. I don't know. Let's see. You are limitless, number 4. Angel number 444. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, 2 swans. Definitely watch group number 1 if you felt drawn to it, because I was talking a lot about swans there, and here they are. They might be a spirit animal. You can do anything you choose. And that is true when it comes to spirituality also. We have blue butterflies here, so you might be my blue butterfly people, and you might be seeing them a lot in my readings. We have more fairies here, so much going on. So you have many spirit helpers, but I see for the majority amongst you at least 1 or 2 big ones, and they are showing up as divine feminine energy. So maybe some mother or grandmother figures, could be male. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here. And unicorns. So a unicorn doesn't compare to regular horses. And horses, I love horses. They are beautiful. They have their purpose. But unicorns are just different. In fact, they are very lonely creatures. And just because you are lonely, just because you look different, because I feel like many of you actually look different, doesn't mean that you are ugly, that you are not supposed to be here, that you are not magical, because you are. You are very unique, and please focus on your uniqueness. There is something that you need to embrace about your uniqueness. Again, it depends on your focus. You need to shift your focus. Stop comparing yourself to other people, which, these days with social media and everyone's so superficial, it's difficult to not compare yourself to other people, because they're constantly showing you how good their life is. But keep in mind, they only show the best parts of their life. No one talks about the difficult stuff. And maybe this is your sign to stay away from social media, or to stop engaging with larger groups of superficial people, or maybe even smaller groups. Stop that if it hurts you, because you have a very different path and a very difficult one. But you are not this one incarnation. You are not this one lifetime. You are a limitless soul, all right? And identify more with your soul being, with your soul essence, and not so much with your story, your name, your body, what you chose in this lifetime. I talk a lot about this in group number 2's reading. So you are unique. And kind of be in that hermit mode, fully embrace it. I meant to say in hanged man mode. Look away, don't compare yourself to other people, look inside and be the real you. You are this unicorn. And you are headed against the stream. You're not mainstream, take pride in that. So this is advice on how to deal with this frustration, because a lot of frustration, I feel like, comes from you comparing yourselves to others and to, social standards. If you're not where society tells you you need to be, or where the rest of your friends are, it doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. You are living your purpose. You are fulfilling what's written in your karmic soul contract. I don't know why I said film. Maybe your life is like a movie, I don't know. Wow, I love it. I love it. It's the back of the deck here as an oracle card. I love you. These are powerful words. So I really feel like this is the big butterfly, the big spirit being coming towards you, telling you, I love you. But they are sensing that they could tell you 1 billion times how much they love you. You still would not love yourself. And that's the problem, you need to learn to love yourself. And I'm getting that some of you do. You have learned to love yourself. You have learned to, see how unique you are and to find beauty in that, and to look for your inner beauty, most of all. But most of you don't love yourself because you think you're not lovable, because you are not like everyone else. And stop doing that. It's easier said than done, I know. And you can't force yourself to tell yourself that I love you, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. Maybe that works for you, but I'm giving you some advice, and that tends to always work. Look at a photograph of yourself as a child. And I promise you, it will be so easy to tell this version of you, I love you. It will be so easy to forgive that version of yourself, that vulnerable, innocent version. And that is actually what your soul is, Your soul is pure. Your soul doesn't have this ego identity, and children are so close to that. So, you would forgive your child self for so many things, and do that therapy with yourself. Because if you're constantly waiting for approval on the outside through third parties, your partner, I don't know, your boss, your co-workers, your followers on social media, it's not going to really satisfy you. If you want to satisfy this need of feeling loved, you have to learn to love yourself. Okay, and make that a healthy practice whilst you are in the hanged man energy. It's very important you do that. Love yourself for how strong you have been. Love yourself for what you have been through. Love yourself for staying soft in a harsh world. There are so many things that are lovable, which are not a perfect body, which are not, success and stuff. We don't take our body with us. We don't take our perfect beach body with us. We don't take our school leaving diplomas and university degrees with us. We don't take our gold jewelry with us. None of that. We only take experiences with us. And you are very rich in experiences. Even if they have been very difficult and very sad, your soul signed up for it. Be grateful for that. That makes you lovable. I hope you can follow my advice here, your guide's advice, because I'm just, the conduit. I'm just reading what I'm receiving here from your guides. I see something. I see some intestines, some bowels. You know how I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical advice. I'm giving you spiritual advice. But every physical symptom has a spiritual root cause. And if you have digestive issues, it comes from suppressed anger and conflict. And you might have been through trauma in your childhood and or in relationships where people made you feel angry, where they abused you, suppressed you, whatever, and it's manifested in your body saying no because you haven't really released that conflict. Maybe you never stood up for yourself. Maybe you believed the labels and the negativity that your abusers or people who are just bad, put upon you. You need to do some work there. And yeah, it will help your overall well-being. 31. Love makes the difference. They are confirming everything I've told you here. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. This card sums up everything I told you here in card number 20 and card number 4. So what you need is love, but not love from the person you are missing, from the person you are separated from your clients, your customers, your followers, from your partner. You need love from yourself. If you don't love yourself, you will never be happy. And that's one of the toughest and most difficult lessons. And only when you have mastered that self-love, that non-narcissistic, that just, radical acceptance, self-love, once you've mastered that, it will be reflected back to you in the real world through other people, but you will never find it otherwise. And I'm seeing a rainbow heart on my wall. So I have my rainbow lights dancing on the wall, and there's a heart shape on the wall. So rainbow hearts might be signs for you. And again, I'm seeing these spirit beings who are constantly holding you and hugging you and loving you. So you are loved. You are so loved if you only understood how loved you are. Connect more to that and to how, you are so loved by your spirit team and your angels. Feel that love. Let it be your motivation to love yourself some more. All right, blue flowers might also be a sign for you. Let's get the tarot cards. If you appreciate this reading so far, please give it a thumbs up and please leave a comment because it helps other people like you find me. If you don't know what to say, leave a butterfly emoji. And if you are new and would like to join this tribe, please subscribe and turn on the bell if you want to be notified when I post new content. They're showing me 33. This will only resonate with maybe one person here. 33. Did something happen to you when you were 33? Was that a very crucial year for you? 33. Are you about to turn 33? Something about 33. This is the Wildwood Tarot. I love it so much, and I wanted to show you this fairy, or I don't know what she is, nature spirit being, which was at the bottom of the deck. It kind of reminds me of your opening card, and that is such a beautiful energy. The 5 of Cups is usually never that sad, and actually, I feel like this is really a message for you because with the green and all of that, I've never seen such an uplifting 5 of Cups card. There are 4 cups, and these cups are all filled with energy, and they are forming a pentacle. The 5 of Pentacles is also a very difficult card because it talks about illness, about abandonment, about lack, also a little bit about losing hope, but that's more 5 of Cups energy. But what's she doing? She's dancing, she's closing her eyes, she only has 1 foot on this ground, and she is kind of uplifting herself, and she is focusing her attention on this beautiful night sky with all the stars, and this quote from the Lion King, that the stars are kings from the past. They're not just kings, they're all of our ancestors and, spirit friends. They're up there. So be like her. Be like her, and you're already doing it. Just with your toes on the ground means don't identify with the Earth School story that you decided to go through as a soul. You signed up for so many difficult things in this lifetime, but they are not you. If you go to school as a student, you are not the school. You are not your subjects. You are not your teachers. You are not your books. You are someone learning through that. Okay, and see how these cups are glowing. I feel like you might profit from singing bowl therapy. And why are they showing me voodoo? Don't do voodoo. I mean, you probably know that, but they're showing me voodoo. By the way, if you feel cursed, you're not cursed. Curses are only real and only work if the person who receives the curse believes it and buys into it. You are not cursed. If you recall that you are a free-spirited being, that you have free will, and if you decide to align with love and light, no curse can damage you or harm you. And there are many stories where, you know, in some cultures, there are these witches who get paid to put curses up on people. And there are some legitimate stories about, you know, these witches saying the curse doesn't work because this person believes in God, or this person is full of love and light. You know, it doesn't work. You are not cursed. Don't identify with it. Ace of Vessels. This one is such an important sign for you. And this looks like a gold leaf. And this stag is drinking from the sacred waters, so the waters of life. This is the Ace of Cups, obviously. I talked about this, I believe, where did I talk about it? Yeah, in group number 2's reading with this crystal palace, and also this waterfall here. Something about the healing waters. You will find healing. You will find healing. Healing is coming, and I feel like they are now talking about where you are headed after this Hanged Man phase, where you need to focus on everything you have been advised to do here. And then you'll find healing. Then you'll identify as this swan and not the ugly duckling. I don't know if the golden leaf means something. Is that a symbol, or is that, it sounds like it is something, the golden leaf. If you know, please share, because the golden leaf, or is it like a little boat in Venice? I don't know. You will know. I'm gonna ask your spirit beings now a little bit more about this healing of the body, mind, and soul. That also sounds familiar. That's something that was written on an oracle card, on an opening card in one of my past or maybe upcoming readings. 6 of Boughs, abundance, yes. So that's a wand card. That is really cool. That is triumph. That is victory. But it's so interesting that there are no people here to be seen as just smoke, but I do see a face in the smoke. I see a face in this bush or tree. It reminds me of the grandmother spirit in Pocahontas. I see white mushrooms again, and pears and so much fruit. So whatever you have decided to surrender to the divine, something, you know what I told you, it feels like you're battling against a giant. You decided to surrender that and to just be in this energy, what I was talking about in the very beginning. You will still be victorious over that, but not by taking active steps, by doing everything I was talking about here, surrendering, accepting, focusing on the spiritual side, and focusing on genuine self-love and healing past trauma. Once you've done that, it will just fall into place for you. This healing will come to you in a 3D, and you don't even have to worry about it, because once you change your energy field, you're just going to attract effortlessly your healing methods. And I don't know where you need healing. Some of you might already be there, and this is just confirmation, but you will be victorious, and a lot of sweetness is coming in, and you know, the end of the struggle, and you will see results. So if you are in recovery, you will stay clean, okay, and you'll be looking back and feeling so good. Some of you, have you changed your eating habits? Would you eat a lot of junk food and, you know, drink rubbish drinks? Have you started to drink clean water instead, or maybe herbal teas? I'm hearing caffeine addiction. Have you given up on that? You will never fall back into old habits. once you've tackled the true issue, which I talked about here, you will never fall back into any old habits of self-harm, of substance abuse, of beating yourself up, of being depressed over, you know, comparing yourselves to other people who seem to be more successful than you. You never know what's going on in people's lives. Sometimes you're truly shocked, you know. 7 of Bowls, yeah, 6, 7, clearance. I told you, it will be cleared for you. I love this energy because usually in the in the minor arcana, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, there's a person who's attacked or who's defending themselves. And here, no one is attacking anyone and no one is defending anyone. You know, these weapons are on the ground because you don't need them anymore. So the battle will be over. Maybe you are in constant, you know, fight or flight mode, or always like battling your inner demons, or battling yourself, you know, when you have addiction issues or compulsive issues and stuff like that, depression. It's a constant battle. No, that is in the process of being cleared, and you know what to do here to help it. But your main guide here is also doing so many things to help you. So maybe do a little cleansing ritual with fire and water, safely, of course. Pray, do your thing. But yeah, this was a little bit of a tough reading, but you will be victorious. You'll be free, you'll be clean and cleared, and you're not alone in this. I hope it helped you. If you watched it all and you want to let me know, leave a little flame emoji. If you want to send in some cards or crystals, I have an Amazon wishlist link in the description box down below. Thank you so much to my channel members and to all of my supporters, sending each and every one of you many, many blessings, and until very soon. Bye.